Welcome back to the channel. I'm Grandpa Gary and I just got here. Today I'm back out at the sports complex and I have a brand new Durafly Tundra by Hobby King, and I was on the internet looking for an airplane that was at least, I was looking for something bigger than 1100 millimeter wing, and this one come in at 1300 millimeter. And the other thing I was looking for was something under $200, because that is getting hard to find. And luckily this one was $179.99 or something like that. And they had one available in the USA warehouse, and so I snatched it up. I also ordered an Orange RX receiver that would bind up to my transmitter. And I ended up with the receiver and the airplane just a little over $200, but for a bind and fly airplane, I felt pretty good about that price for this size airplane. And out of the box, it felt like a pretty decent put together. You do want to have a little bit of hobby experience before you try putting one of these airplanes together. It'd be pretty challenging for the first time. It's not quite as simple as some of the bigger brands. Out of the box, they go together so easy sometimes. This one was a little bit more challenging, but I still had it done in a couple hours, and it looks pretty good, so I'm excited to get this thing in the air. It had all the important things that I wanted. I wanted it to be able to fly on 3S batteries, because that's pretty standard. And I wanted flaps, and I wanted it to be able to handle some wind. So that will be coming later, because it's not too windy today. We should have a pretty good time for this Maiden. Let's get this thing in the air and see how it does. Now, Tundra's been around for quite a while, and I've actually flown, my buddy Nate had one, and I flew his airplane one time, and I didn't have a very good experience, but I think it had been crashed and stuff, so I felt like this one would be okay, straight out of the box at least. The wind is coming from that direction just a little bit, what I got, so hopefully this guy's dogs doesn't come running over here. I got it in high rates. I got a little bit of expo put in. Of course, there's no safe or AS3X in Orange RX receiver, so this will be all me. All right, here we go. So kind of a benefit, well, that was a smooth takeoff, man. One of the big benefits to this airplane is those giant tires it comes with. Some really nice sized tires on the front of this thing, and I kind of expected them to be a little more hard than they are. They're not extremely soft, but they almost got the feel of like a stress ball that you squeeze. Wow, this is handling really well. It does have some nice big that's a pretty good climb. Yeah, it's handling pretty good. Got a little bit behind me there, but the roll rate's pretty decent. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let's roll it over. Yeah. One thing I noticed is they built in, when I was looking at it, the instance between the rear horizontal and the main wing. It looked like it is got some instance built into it, but it's handling inverted really well. So not too bad there. Of course, I love orange, and it come in orange, and it says it's gray. It's almost a black. It's so dark. It looks really nice in the sunlight here, as you can see. So I did read the speed controller says it can handle up to a 4S. And I am flying it full throttle quite a bit. And the motor looked big on the front. I haven't researched it at all, but I'm thinking this might be able to handle 4S battery. Now, I'm flying it with an Ovonic 3S 3300. And so I'm thinking I might try that new 4S 3400 that I got in here. I just don't know yet. But you can see it is handling really good, man. I haven't tried that knife edge yet. Let's see. Oh my goodness. It's got a lot of rudder authority. There's been a lot of full-scale aircraft in the air here close by. But it's flying like it's on rails. CG was perfect right out of the box with this 3300 in there. Pushed all the way forward. It feels like an airplane that I've flown a lot. And let's take it around and throw those flaps down. Now, I got a little aggressive trying to make an adjustment on the flaps, and I broke one of the connections, and I've glued it back together. So hopefully it doesn't break, or at least not today. Anyways, let's say it that way. There we go. They're full down. And they're not completely lined up, so it is got a little bit of roll. But it really is slowing it down. And it's manageable. Little bit of climb. I gave it a little bit of down trim on the elevator with the flaps, but it looks like it could use a little bit more. Now, they give you those big barn doors for because this is a stall type plane, right? And they give you those big barn doors to really slow it down to get that really short landing. But one thing interesting that I found on this was that the speed controller had a second input wire to plug into your gear slot on the receiver. And so there we go. Oh, well, that didn't work. Anyways, it reversed the motor. And so I might not be doing a whole lot of that. We're going to take this off and make sure I can get a nice, pretty landing still for you guys. It obviously did not have any trouble with that little rollover. Oh man, the takeoff is so smooth. There's my timer coming, telling me it's time to land. So I was right on schedule. It will do a super smooth landing just like that. That was no flaps. Let's do it once with the flaps on without trying to be tricky. Here we go, slowing it down to 2/3 throttle, full flaps, slowing the throttle down more and more. All right, 0 throttle. And there you go. And then, of course, like I was saying, it does have the ability to back up, but I don't know that I'll ever really need that for this plane. This is one of those ones, it's a utility plane, but it's one that I can see myself being out here playing with it a lot, man. That rudder has got some crazy authority there. Wow. I love this plane already. It was only my first day out here with it, first time. And it handled great. So guys, That's the Durafly Tundra by Hobby King. And man, it flew great. And I'm pretty sure we'll look at the motor and make sure that it can handle the higher voltage. But I think it's going to be on 4S soon. And because, like I said, I was going full throttle. I think 4S, that it'll be a lot like the airplanes that like the Bearcat by Arrows. I'll be able to put it around and half throttle and have all kinds of fun. So, yep, that's a big thumbs up for me. And this beautiful day out here. It's a little bit chilly. I'm shaking just a little bit. But other than that, such a beautiful day. And for that, a big thanks to the Lord for making it so I could be out here and enjoy this hobby. Until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here.